Hi, we're in the living room today. I have amassed a pile of books from little free libraries, and I need to get a TBR shelf going here. I recently canceled my cable subscription, so I no longer have the cable box here on the TV stand. What I really need is a new bookshelf, but I don't have that right now, and I want this pile of books out of the way. So, can you see them here? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to make my TBR list fit on this shelf. And then it will be right where I see it. And maybe I'll be more likely to read the books. These books all came from Little Free Libraries. Some of them you may recognize from my Little Free Library videos. And some of them I got on my own without videoing it because you know how it goes. You're driving along, you spot a Little Free Library. Of course, you have to stop. You might not always video it. So we'll take a look and see what we've got. Today I have my glasses on, so there shouldn't be any confusion with what the words actually say. First, I'll just make a little pile. We have the Iron Peacock. We'll talk about what they're about later. Well, maybe we'll just talk about them right now. The Iron Peacock. It is a soft cover. Let's see. Let's see. Joanna Sprague's last link with her happy, gracious life in England was broken on a bleak and stormy day in 1650 when her father was buried at sea. Okay, so this looks like a good one. I'm definitely going to keep that one. Exit the Milkman, a Peter Shandy mystery. I don't know anything about that. I don't usually read mysteries. Usually I like historical fiction. So the good thing about picking up books at a little free library is you can expand your horizons without feeling bad. If you don't like the book, you can just DNF it and put it back in the little free library. So this one, Exit the Milkman, Professor Jim Feldster will do anything for his cows and his students of a dairy management, and anything to avoid an evening at home with his bossy house pride wife. A member of every lodge in the county, he's out of the house most evenings, and on this particular night, escaping to a meeting of the Scarlet Runners. On the way, he bumps into a neighbor, Peter Shandy, who is out strolling with his cat, Jane Austen. Well, that's funny. Professor Feldster never arrives at his meeting. Okay, so this one does look good. I think I'll read that for sure. This one I think might be a kid's book, but one, I love the cover. Two, it has the national award winner, so how can you pass that up? It's The Penderwicks, a summer tale of four sisters, two rabbits, and a very interesting boy. And it's by Jane Birdsall. Meet the Penderwicks, four different sisters with one special bond. There's responsible, practical Rosalind. Oh, hold on, I'm getting a. Let's see. Four different sisters with one special bond. Responsible, practical Rosalind, stubborn, feisty Sky, dreamy, artistic Jane, and shy little sister Batty, who won't go anywhere without her butterfly wings. When the girls and their doting father head off for their summer holiday, they are in for a surprise. So, yeah, this one sounds pretty good. That's a hardcover as well. This has a Thrift Books tag on it, but I didn't get it from Thrift Books. I got it from a little free library. Okay, The Language of Flowers by Vanessa Diffenbaugh, I guess. In Victorian times, the language of flowers was used to convey romantic expressions, but for Victoria Jones, it's been more useful in communicating mistrust and solitude. After an isolated childhood spent in the foster care system, her only connection to the world is through flowers and their meanings. Now 18 and emancipated from the system with nowhere to go, Victoria realizes she has a gift for helping others through the flowers she chooses for them. But an unexpected encounter with a mysterious stranger has her questioning what's been missing in her life. And when she's forced to confront a painful secret from her past, she must decide whether it's worth risking everything for a second chance of happiness. I don't know. Am I overly excited about that one? No. We'll see if there's room for it on the shelf. I'll put it in a maybe pile. In Her Boots by K.J. Dell'Antonio. Antonia. Sometimes you just have to go big to go home. Rhett Smith's adventurous life is imploding. Just as she turns the big 4-0, her long-term relationship collapses and her grand's death draws her back to the family farm. The only silver lining is that Rhett's inspirational book, The Modern Pioneer Girl's Guide to Life, written under the pseudonym, has become a wild success. So much so that when her big publicity moment comes, self-doubting Rhett panics and persuades her best friend, Jasmine, to step into the limelight in her stead. So, this one seems good. We'll put that in the file. The Liar's Dictionary. This used to be on the shelf before. So usually when I have good hardcover books that I like, I take the dust jacket off. I like to have just the hardcover showing. So I don't have the synopsis for this. But if I recall, it's about making up words to get into the dictionary. Let me know if you ever read this one. The Liar's Dictionary. If you have, let me know what you thought about it. I'm going to keep it because I remember I like it, but of course I don't have the dust jacket. This one I never had the dust jacket for. The Wop Shot Scandal by John Cheever. It's a paperback. It was originally published in 1959. This is the 1964 version. 6 parts of this book appeared in the New Yorker and once in Esquire, and the author is grateful to the editors for their permission to reprint. So I can't remember what this one's about, but I know I liked it because it was old fashioned. Another one, if you've read this one, The Wop Shot Scandal, let me know in the comments. D.H. Lawrence, Lady Chatterley's Lover, another hardcover. Look at the nice gold detail on this one. Another one without the dust jacket. It's a withdrawn library book. 1928. It's the third manuscript version from 1928. It's got the nice page edges. See how they're not cut perfectly? I can't remember what this one is about, but I like the wording, the way that they talk. So, have you ever read this? Lady Chatterley's Lover? Let me know. This one did not come from a little free library. This came from the Goodwill bins. Duchess of Milan by Michael Ennis. Let's see. In the 1490s, as the ruling families of Italy engage in a deadly rivalry, two charismatic young women seek to control their destinies and, in the process, shape the course of history. Cousins by birth and married, respectively, to the debauched Duke of Milan and his visionary regent, I can't say it, Isabella of Aragon and Beatrice, are women of great beauty. Please hold while somebody gets ice out of my ice machine. They are women of great beauty, limitless ambition, and with the sort of moral cunning necessary to simply survive in the age of Machiavelli. So this is like what I normally would like to read, and it's a nice big fat one. So let me know if you've read this one. I'm definitely keeping that. I think what's going to end up happening here is I'm going to have more books than I can actually read. Jojo Moyes, The Giver of Stars. Set in Depression era America, a breathtaking story of 5 extraordinary women and their remarkable journey through the mountains of Kentucky and beyond. Have you read this one? I think I'll keep this one. Next, we have a paperback, Murdered by His Wife. An absorbing tale of crime and punishment in 18th century Massachusetts. Now, I live in Rhode Island, so I think I picked this one up just because it's in New England. This well written book exposes the harsh realities of life in revolutionary New England. This history of the murder of Joshua Spooner in Brookfield, Massachusetts in March 1778 and the execution of his wife, Bathsheba, and three accomplices 4 months later recounts a case as sensational to contemporaries as the O.J. Simpson trial was to us. So I really like this one. I normally don't read mysteries, but I like historical fiction, so I'll take it. Let me know if you've read any of the books. Mr. Darcy Takes a Wife. Now, I'm not sure about this one. It might be a little racy, but I do like Jane Austen, and this is like a spin off of that. So I don't know. We'll see. I'll put it in the maybe pile. The Body in the Gazebo. It's a hardcover. It's another mystery. I must have been feeling mischievous one day. I don't normally read mysteries, but this looks like a good one, and it's not very large. So, Catherine Hall Page, The Body in the Gazebo, a Faith Fairchild mystery, if that means anything to anybody. Okay. The caterer and amateur sleuth must solve a case more than 80 years in the making. I have to tell you something that happened a long time ago. When Ursula Lyman Rowe speaks these words to Faith Fairchild from her sick bed in Alfred, Massachusetts, Faith has no idea what lies in store for her. So again, it's Massachusetts, it's New England. Sounds like something I would like. So I'll keep that. This is crime. I must have been on a dark kick. The Mammoth Book of Best British Mysteries. It's a soft cover. It's kind of big. Over 35 new short stories from the best in crime writing. I've never read this, but I like British things. The must have annual anthology for every crime fiction fan. The year's top new British short stories selected by leading crime critic. The great annual covers the full range of the mystery field. So this one has Rumpel's Slim Down Christmas, the other half, the end of Little Nell, Going Back, and No Place to Park. Supposedly, it's a page turning compendium of British talent that has captured the imagination of readers around the world. I don't know, they're short stories. We'll put that in the maybe pile. These two books kind of go together. Fiction favorites. They're Reader's Digest edition. You know, I can't pass up a Reader's Digest. Anything Reader's Digest, I like them. So can't pass that up. So it's fiction favorites, four great novels in one soft cover. This one has Welcome to Murder Week by Karen Dukas. When a woman from snowy Buffalo travels to the English countryside for a fun murder mystery simulation in a small British village, she uncovers much more than just a fake killer. The next one is I Need You to Read This by Jessa Maxwell. Yours Eventually by Nura Maznavi, and Perfect Storm by Paige Shelton. After surviving a kidnapping, Beth Rivers has built a new life in Alaska, but now her abductor has escaped from prison, and Beth's loved ones will do what it takes to keep her safe. We're going to keep that. And then this one has three. It's another one, Reader's Digest. It has three novels under one cover. Nightshade by Michael Connelly, When an LA homicide detective is exiled to Catalina Island, he expects his new job to be dull, but he soon finds himself investigating a murder, an art theft, and a mutilated buffalo as he attempts to expose a web of corruption rivaling any big city crime. And we have One Final Turn by Ashley Weaver and Finders Keepers by Sarah Adler. And we have a nice hardcover, Murder in an Italian Village. You guys, I've never done a TBR before, and you're going to think that I like murders and mysteries, but I don't really. I like historical fiction. I also like short, fast beach reads, but I guess I'm going to expand uh, my horizons as far as reading goes. Murder in an Italian Bridge. Murder in an Italian Village. A Bria Bartolucci mystery by Michael Falco. For young widow Bria Bartolucci, running a B&B in the sun-soaked village of Positano, Italy, was supposed to be like going on a permanent vacation, but it's hardly la bella vita when her first guest is a dead body. I like the cover of this one. So we'll try that out. This is a Devil Wears Prada novel. It's a soft cover. When Life Gives You Lululemons by Lauren Weisberger. It's a New York Times bestseller. A delicious sequel to The Devil Wears Prada reads like The Real Housewives of Greenwich. Welcome to Greenwich, Connecticut. Well, there you go. That's why I got the book, because I'm right near there. Welcome to Greenwich, Connecticut, where the lawns and the women are perfectly manicured. The Tito's and sodas are extra strong, and everyone has something to say about the infamous new neighbor. This is one that seems like it'll be very fast to read, and I can read it out by the pool. Pool season's coming up. Nothing better than reading a book while floating in your tube. Now, some of these books you will recognize from my little free library hunting, and some of them I'm going to read, some of them I might re-donate, and some of them I just might cut up and use in a junk journal. Besties. It's a small little hardcover. This is what you call wrong. She's who you call when you have good news. She's your first choice Sunday brunch date. She's up for reliving what you wore to the seventh grade dance, and she's there when no one else is. She is your bestie. This has great illustrations. I love these illustrations. They're so cute. Look at this. All different ways to do your hair. Maybe I'll make a video where I try to do my hair a different way every day out of this book. How about that? These illustrations are great. Yes, yes. So I'm not going to read this one. I'm going to save it to the side for a junk journal. Here's one I just picked up the other day. The Art of Mending by Elizabeth Berg. It's a paperback. It's not very big. An absorbing novel about family secrets. So this looks pretty good. It's about three kids, two girls and a boy. They're brothers and sisters, and they all have a different memory of how it was growing up. And it appears to start a family conflict. Well, that sounds very familiar because my family is three kids, two girls, and a boy. So I'm probably going to read this one. Have you ever read this one? Let me know if you like it. It's a national bestseller. Let's see what year it came from. What year? 2004 was when it first was written, and this print is from 2005. So I guess it's vintage. Oh, this one I'm really excited about now. If there ever was a beach read, a pool read, a summer read, I think this is going to be it. I actually got this book from a little free library that was located in front of an actual library. I like this one. I love the colors on the cover, and it just feels like a very fast, fun, easy, not a lot of thought read. The Terrible Personal Shopper by Laura Burton. Terrible Personal Shopper. Okay. Ever stumble into a job you're totally not qualified to do, then fall in literally head over heels for a client? Just me? Layla Scott. When my best friend asked me to cover for her new job, I didn't hesitate because I'm nice like that. The plan was to meet the rich client, take notes of their measurements and fashion tastes, and then hand over the information to Josie. Job done. But she didn't tell me who the client was. It's 6'4" Hollywood hunk, my ultimate on screen crush. So there you go. This is going to be a good one. Another beach read, another one I picked up just because I like the looks of the cover. Paperback, fast, quick. Same time next summer. National bestseller by Annabelle Monaghan. So, utterly charming should go directly into your beach bag. Well, don't mind if I do. Beach rules. Do take long walks on the sand. Do put an umbrella in every cocktail. And do not run into your first love. Sam's life is on track. She has the perfect doctor fiance, Jack. His strict routines are a good thing, really. A great job in Manhattan, unless they fire her, and is about to tour a wedding venue near her family's Long Island beach house. Everything should go to plan, yet the minute she arrives, Sam senses that something is off. Wyatt is here, her Wyatt. But there's no reason for a 30-year-old engaged woman to feel panicked around the guy who broke her heart when she was 16, right? And then it goes on. So this is a very fast one. Have you read that? I'm definitely going to read that. Oh, this one's good. This is just for browsing when you have 10 or 15 minutes and you're not really into starting a whole book. It is a kid's book, but I like it. Here, Mr. Shakespeare. Story, illustrations, and selections from Shakespeare's plays. So it has lots of little quotes in it. It's just a really neat, it's just a really neat book. I've never seen this book before. So that's a fun one. This can go on the TBR shelf just to pull from when I need 10 or 15 minutes. Here's another one. I did not get this one at a little free library. And it has a Goodwill sticker on it, but I actually bought it from Thrift Books. It's by Susan Branch. It's a collection of quotes. And you know how Susan Branch is. It's a nice hardcover. She does the writing and the illustrations herself. So this one's very pretty. Same thing as that Shakespeare book. I'm just going to pull from it every so often just to look at. If you guys have never read any of Susan Branch's books, you should check them out. They're pretty good. I'm not sure about this one. Sally Hepworth, The Younger Wife. It's a hardcover. It's a thriller, they say. I don't think I've ever read a thriller. The husband, a heart surgeon at the top of his field, Stephen Aston, is getting married again. But first, he must divorce his current wife, even though she can no longer speak for herself. Well, that doesn't sound good. The daughters. Tully and Rachel Aston look upon their father's fiancee, Heather, as nothing but an interloper. She is younger than both of them. Clearly, she's after their father's money. And the former wife. With their mother in a precarious position, Tully and Rachel are determined to get to the truth about their family secrets, the new wife closing in, and who their father really is. And then we have the younger wife, Heather, with secrets of her own. Will getting to the truth unleash the most dangerous impulses in all of them? I don't know. So here we go, a hardcover. You can probably read that out at the pool. Now this one makes me laugh because you'll see when we start reading it, but I got to look at when we start reading what it's about, I've got to look at the copyright because it reminds me of someone, and I think that you might recognize who those people are. I think they're even throwing shade to them or giving them a nod by looking at the cover. It's a nice, thick hardcover. It is by Heather Cox and Jessica Morgan. Hey, I know a Jessica Morgan. She goes to my church. I didn't know she was an author. I'm going to have to ask her. She's not, I don't think, but I'm still going to ask her. The Air Affair. This book is like a long, juicy, satisfying gossip over a glass of wine with your best friend. If your best friend just happened to be married to the heir to the throne. Ooh. After a scandalous secret turns their fairy tale wedding into a nightmare, Rebecca, Bex, Porter, and her husband, Prince Nicholas, are in self imposed exile. The public is angry, the Queen is even angrier, and the press is salivating. Cutting themselves off from friends and family and escaping the world's judgmental eyes feels like the best way to protect their fragile, all consuming romance. But when a crisis forces the new Duke and Duchess back to London, the band aid they placed over their problems start to peel at the edges. And it goes on from there. Who does that sound like to you? I've got to see what the date is on this. 2020. So that's a good one. I'm not sure which one I'm the most excited to read first. Maybe this one, but I know it would be so good to save it by the pool. So I think maybe I'll read this one and I'll save this one for when the pool opens. I'm not sure. So now we're going to work on setting them up in my bookshelf, my TBR shelf. Okay, I'm back. I took a little break there because my family came in. I had a little snack. It's opening day for fishing here in Rhode Island. So I'm sure in the previous clip you might have heard a little commotion in the background. That was all them coming back. If the tripod jiggles, my kitty's checking things out over here. So, like I said, I recently canceled my cable subscription because I don't really need that. I still have internet, so I can still stream things. So I have this empty shelf where the cable box used to be, and I'm going to turn that into my TBR shelf for now. Someday I'll get another bookshelf, but for now we can just use this. It's a nice spring day today, but I can't open my windows because there's a farm across the street from me and farms behind me, and they've been fertilizing their fields. And you know what that means? They use manure and it stinks. So I would love to be able to open my windows. You can see the sun over here, but I can't because I don't want to have to smell that smell. Anyway, I think I'm going to go by color rather than by genre. So I'm not going to read this one first because I'm going to definitely save this for when it's summertime. Let's see how tall this actually is. Can I get this under here? Ooh, that works out good. See, I'm out of bookends as well. So maybe while I'm out shopping, thrifting, I might be able to thrift myself some bookends. Well, I want to put these two together. Those two together, the Reader's Digest. Will this one stand up on its own? The Duchess of Milan. Yes, this is working out good. I'm able to stick them in underneath this bar and it helps them to stand up. We'll put The Younger Wife. This one's kind of interesting. Maybe I'll read that one next. Oh, this is going to be nice because when I sit on the couch, I'll be able to see all the books and I'll be more likely to want to read them. The only problem is I'm going to have a gap here. We'll have to put some shorter ones in. If you guys are lucky, maybe the kitty will come over and sniff these books and you'll be able to see her. Oh yeah, this one I don't think I'm going to keep. Mr. Darcy's Wife, it seems a little racy. I don't think I'm going to keep that one. But we'll try the Best British Mysteries. I got to come up with one that will fit in that slot good. Maybe this blue one. Yeah, that's good. This is The Liar's Dictionary. Slide that in there. The Penderwicks. I think I'm going to stick that one on the end because this is what you're going to see, and I think that's real pretty. I like these colors. Maybe I should do my kitchen in that color. In her boots. Oh no, that one fell. The Body in the Gazebo. We'll stick that one over here. I think I'm just going to donate The Language of Flowers as well. Exit the Milkman. The Iron Peacock. Same time next summer. We'll try to save that one for summer. Murdered by His Wife. Oh no, is this one going to fit? Yep, it will. Oh, this is so fun because I feel like it's my own little library and I have plenty of things to read. Lady Chatterley's Lover. You know what? I'm going to pull the Susan Branch one out so I can lay it on the side here with the other quote book. When Life Gives You Lululemons, The Art of Mending, The Terrible Personal Shopper, and Murder in an Italian Village. Well, that looks good. I like that. Now maybe I'll go get some decorations to put up here with all this. And this is the one I'm going to pull out because I'm going to read this one, The Heir Affair. I'll read this one first. Let me know if you guys want me to do any book review videos where I read a book and then tell you what I thought about it. And I wanted to show you this. Does anybody know what this is? I got this off of Etsy. It's wood and it's stained and it's very smooth. There's no way I'm getting any splinters from it. It's a book stand. So you put your book that you're reading on the current page on here. And then underneath, you can put things like your glasses and stuff like that. So we'll put this one to the side. We're going to read that one. And this one I'm going to save for junk journal. Now, coming up here, not soon, but at some point, I'm going to do a junk journal just out of things that I got from little free libraries. So that should be fun. This will be my first item. Now, tell me in the comments what book you think I should read next of the ones that we have on the shelf here. The first one I'm definitely going to read is The Air Affair. Oh, that's funny. It's got a red cover, but a blue dust jacket. So, what should I read after I read The Air Affair? Let me know if any of these books that we went over are really good, if you've read them before, or if they're really horrible and I might as well just remove them from the shelf right away. I'm interested in knowing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon for more bookish fun.